Hola, from the west side. It is me, DC, the Purple Diva, and welcome to Not So Random Chat 2020. Happy New Year. I hope that everybody had a safe journey into 2020. I myself stayed in and stayed safe. Hey, 1SP. Happy New Year. Yeah, I stayed in and I stayed safe. I know many people were out and about. I was not one of them. I find it sometimes it's better to stay in and be safe. How was your coming into the new year? You know what? I don't know how to call people on IG. I'll figure it out. I did get your message, but I just don't know. I've never called anybody on IG. But I'll figure it out. Hey, Matt. Happy New Year. So did you guys have a safe entrance into the new year? Okay. I may not have looked at that one yet, 1SP. So I'll go back. I haven't really been on Instagram. I need to go in there. But today I did put out a slideshow for you guys, which was my 2019 in review. And I only started putting out videos in July. So everything that was before July, was just, life is the Purple Diva. But what I did in 2019 is that I had started at the beginning of the year, and I was trying to take a picture every day. I got through a few months of that, but I wasn't consistent, but I was consistent in taking a bunch of pictures every week. So, that's why you saw some that would say happy whatever day it was. Hey, Maria Cervantes. Happy New Year. So I thought that would be fun, to kind of, so you guys could see me throughout the year. Because I know a lot of people, some people know that I do work from home, so I could be one of those people that works in their pajamas, doesn't get up and doesn't get dressed and doesn't, say hi to the world outside. But I make a concerted effort to do that. So, usually I would take those pictures, when I was taking a break from work or when I was getting ready to go get my coffee in the morning. But it was my way of saying hello to the world. Hey, pretty Nikki. Happy New Year. Happy 2020. So, I think that it's ironic that this is the year 2020, because we always talk about people having 2020 hindsight. And, what I'm hoping is that people have 2020 perspective in this year of 2020. And what I mean by that is that, we try to see things clearly the first time instead of having that 2020 hindsight. Okay, I hear you. So when you come across the border, have you been to California before, 1SP? Have you been out to California before? Hey, K&D Mafia. How are you? Thank you for coming through. So, for those of you who are new, let me just state, welcome. Thank you for coming. And let me just say that my channel is not a growth channel, but people do meet each other in the chat. I just ask that you do it the right way. We do not do sub for sub in here. It's if you go and visit somebody's channel as you're talking to them and you want to, show them love, then that's fine. When you come back into the chat, please don't say, I visited you or anything like that. The only thing that you can do that's sufficient is just to put a heart. YouTube does not want to see subscribe. They don't want to see you asking for love or any of that in any chats whatsoever. So I have to say that, especially because we're in a brand new year. But all streams are streams for you to network and meet people. And I definitely want people to do that. I just don't want nobody to get in trouble. Hi, Chatteline. How are you? Who are you? Who are you? What is that? Tani? I don't know how to pronounce that. Okay, Pasadena. My dad used to live in Pasadena. Yeah. And I have, friends that live out in Calabasas. Those are like in opposite directions. One's in the San Gabriel Valley, pretty much, or close to it. Pasadena is. And then the other one is like north of the San Fernando Valley or west of the San Fernando Valley. Yeah, Pasadena is really, really pretty. Yeah, my dad lived there for, over 20 years. And my brother went to high school in Pasadena. My brother went to high school with the girl that was on Saved by the Bell, Lark Voorhees. She went to high school with my brother. She went to high school with my brother. And then, oh, you like Gardena? Yeah, that's in the South Bay. And then the kid that played, well, he's not a kid anymore, but the one who played as Steve Urkel, he lived around the corner from my brother and my dad. Yeah. Yeah, Lisa. Uh-huh. Yep. She went to PHS, Pasadena High School, with my brother. Yeah, and Jaleel. Yep. He lived around the corner. My brother knew both of them. Yep, he knew both of them. Yeah, she was a really, really nice, she was really, really a real sweetheart. Because, I met her a few times and everything. And, I would see Jaleel, but he was a little younger than them. And he was really, more into his acting stuff and everything. Yeah, but my brother grew up in Pasadena. Well, yep, he grew up in Pasadena. When my dad came to California, my brother came with him. and he grew up in Pasadena. Then he did a year of military school while he was in high school in Marion, Alabama. Yeah, that was my brother's cultural shock. You know, but I'm really excited about this new year, guys. I'm really excited about this new decade. You know, I think that there's a lot of things that, you know, like I said, I'm not one of those resolution people at all. I don't do resolutions, but I definitely have goals. I definitely do goals. So, you know, I have some goals for the channel, you know, and then I also have goals that are offline, you know, for the year of 2020, you know. So I'm really, really excited about just moving forward, not looking back, you know. That's a song by Israel Houghton. Yes, it's called Moving Forward. I think that song came out like, shoot, I think it was on his 10 album. So it came out like almost 10 years ago too. Hi, Takara. Yeah, so I'm definitely moving forward, not looking back. Yeah, I think that should be the theme for the year, moving forward. You know? But how was your New Year's, coming into the New Year's, Takara? Was everything nice for you guys? Did you stay in, or did you, you know, or were you in a church of worship, or were you out partying? I was a boring person. I stayed in. I stayed in. But I had fun staying in. You know, I mean, like when I was young, like I told you guys last night that we're here. When I was young, yeah, hanging out on bringing in the new year, that was the thing to do. I wasn't really one of those ones who was doing a whole bunch of drinking or anything. You know, I've had my share of hangovers in my youth. Hangovers are not fun. So, you know, I didn't do a lot of those. But, you know, I mean, as you get older, you just don't want to, it's not so important to be out in the streets as it is to be safe. Yeah, I stayed in too. And I mean, there were fireworks going off and there were guns going off, you know, around me. And the people were still doing fireworks tonight. They're still doing them tonight. So they're not even done, you know, because I think a lot of people, you know, unlike myself, probably off the rest of the week, you know, but it's all good. You know, I think the best thing to do is to stay in. You know, I mean, I've done all kinds of different types of, you know, New Year's Eve things. I've done it where, you know, we've been at people's houses. We've just kind of sat around and just, you know, just chilled and, you know, talked and had those, you know, had an adult kind of, you know, coming into it, you know, with or without alcohol, you know. Done those kind of parties. I've been at church sometimes, you know, at watch night. A lot of times I've been in church on New Year's Eve. But you know, especially because I've just been getting over this, you know, little bit of cold. I just thought it would be better to stay in. And I'm glad that I stayed in because I had a really good time staying in. I had a really good time staying in. You know, And then because I didn't have to work today, I slept in a little bit, but not much, because I'm not one of those people who can just I can't just, I wish I could be the one of people who just sleep the day away and stuff. I got up, I watched the Rose parade. I forget who was one of the HBC U bands was in it. Southern. They did a good, they were doing a good job. They did a good job. And then they had this these flag girls from Puerto Rico that came, and they were also in it. And then they had the Wizard of Oz, you guys. But then they were playing the Ease on Down the Road from the Wiz. Okay. But they were mixing the two together on this float, okay? Because they had the Wizard of Oz was a black guy. Then they had a white Dorothy, and then they had, I think the Tin Man looked like he was an Asian guy. And then they're playing Ease on Down the Road with Michael Jackson and Diana Ross from The Wiz, not the Wizard of Oz. I'm like, you guys, if you're going to do the Wiz version, then do the Wiz version. But I mean, I had to be critical of that part of the float. But most of the floats were really, really beautiful. I've gone to the Rose Bowl parade a few times because I lived in Pasadena at one point, and I remember that you used to be able to see the floats after the parade, like where over near where my dad lived, and you could see them for free. Now you have to pay to go see them, and they're not in the same area. I think they take them down to the Rose Bowl or something, and they have them all out there so everybody can come through and see. And they have to pay a fee to come through. It's not a whole bunch, but they have to pay something to see them nowadays. I know the Wiz was better, but can you imagine your float clearly is the Wizard of Oz, but you're playing Ease on Down the Road from the Wiz, because that just didn't make sense to me. That's the part that didn't make sense to me. I know it's the better song though. I mean, they could have done Somewhere Over the Rainbow. But I love the Wiz. Man, that's like one of my go-to old school movies. I love the Wiz. I like the Broadway one too. With Stephanie Mills. That's what brought Stephanie Mills to the world. So I'm interested, you guys, to see what happens. I'm sure that we're not going to hear anything in regards to what's going on in our country with our current leader until after this weekend, because I don't think that anyone's going to be on Capitol Hill until after this weekend, but the media is already starting the political talk as of today in regards to, some of the people on the Democratic side. Me being a nonpartisan person, I'm just like, okay, show me what you got. Really. But we shall see what happens with that. We shall see what happens with that. Yeah, so tomorrow I have to go to work, but David conveniently is still off. He doesn't go back to work until Friday, so he only worked 2 days this week. He worked on Monday, and then he'll work on Friday. So y'all know he's loving not having to get up in the morning. But he's not going to get to sleep in tomorrow. He's going to have to get up and do something. You know? So I figured something out for him to be doing. Maybe, you know what? Maybe I could get him to do some organizing in his room, but that would be like, you know, super, super. Did I see the U.S. Embassy? Oh, yeah, I did. I saw the reports about that, and I saw, you know, Mr. Trump's response and whatnot, and how he, you know, indicated that he was not going to allow it to be another Benghazi. Totally a dig at Hillary Clinton, who's not even running, and totally a dig, you know, trying to make it a dig at Biden, but Biden wasn't the president, so that wasn't even his call. That was Hillary Clinton's call, okay? Because she was the Secretary of State. But I liked how he tried to use it, you know, but at this point, you know, of course they're showing that it's a pretty much neck and neck race between Trump and Biden. But, you know, I don't know. We'll see what happens. You know, because somebody needs to talk issues. Yeah, he's petty. He is a petty patty. You know? And the media lives for his tweets and for whatever antics he puts out there. To me, he's just an embarrassment. You know, but hey, I didn't vote for him. You know, I did not vote for that man. But it'll be interesting to see what's going to be happening in the coming days in regards to that. Now that they're putting more troops, you know, down on the ground, and you know, I wish that Terry was supposed to have a live early. I wish that he had it, because I wanted to talk to him about that and get his perspective, you know, based on the other stuff that he's been looking at with me in that region. But hopefully Terry will reschedule his live that he was supposed to have today. That was going to be like his first live. I was like really excited that he was going to have it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. The media. That's why I wanted to see. That's why I was like, I wanted to see Terry's perspective on some of the stuff and how they're reporting it. You know, and they're saying, you know, this is just another excuse to have more people down on the ground in Baghdad. And I know that they're trying to skew the perspective. They're trying to skew the perspective in regards to that. So that's why I wanted to. I'm interested to see what Terry's perspective is on it. You know, yeah, I'm interested in seeing that. Yeah, but the media, you know, I mean, you can't even go by what the media. You can only listen to the mainstream media for certain things, and then you have to go digging and searching, other places to get other perspectives to kind of try to read between the lines of what the heck it is that they're telling you, so that you can figure out what is the truth in what they're talking and what's just a distraction in the message. Did you guys hear that the former commissioner of basketball passed away? Yeah, condolences to his family. He was I think he was in his 70s. He was younger than my dad. I think he was like 77. But they said he had I guess he had a stroke. I guess last month or something. I know, that's what I'm saying. He never came on. Something must have happened. Because I don't know if I think he has StreamYard. He said he was going to get StreamYard. The free version of it. So maybe he'll do it tomorrow. Yeah, maybe he'll do it tomorrow. Yeah, because StreamYard is really easy to operate it. And they have a free version of it. And then they have, the paid version if you're doing more than 20 hours a month, then, you're going to end up doing the paid version. If you're only doing like 20 hours, then, or less of live streams, which is what most people do. But those of us who are on, trying to grind out our 4,000 watch hours, we're doing a lot more live streaming than, 20 hours. So, but I use a couple of the services. So hopefully he'll get it. I know when I first tried to do it, I had a hard time getting on until I figured it out. And, but I did figure out something. Even though YouTube doesn't say this, and even though they tell you that all you have to have is 1,000 subscribers to be able to go through the mobile app, I think they changed that. I think now to go through the mobile app, you have to be monetized. That's what I think, because there's a lot of people who had their 1,000 subscribers, but have never been able to go, but were never able to go through the mobile app live. And then when they got monetized, they were able to do it. So I don't know if they changed that. Maybe they may have changed it depending on what country we're in. Because guys, YouTube is different depending on what country you're in. So maybe for those of us in the United States, which is YouTube's main headquarters, we're and also the bulk of the YouTube user content creators are in the United States. I think that might be the reason why we're restricted until we get monetized. And that's fine. I mean, it is what it is. I'm going to still do what I'm going to still go live. Hey, Uppity Unicorn. So yeah, that's what I figured out about going live through the mobile app is that it's not just 1,000 subscribers now. You gotta nobody that most of the people that I know weren't able to go mobile until they actually got monetized. Then they're able to go mobile on, through the mobile app. So I think they have it set up that way, even though they tell us we're supposed to be able to do it at 1,000 subscribers. I only know a couple of people that were able to do that. So it's all good to me, because we have Streamlabs, we have StreamYard, and there's a couple of other, ones that you can use to go live if you choose to.
Get it together.
Yeah, but I have the 1,000 subs up at the unicorn, and what we're finding is that you have to, that they still won't let you go from the mobile app. So we're figuring that you still can't do it until you're actually monetized. Because we have somebody, I have a friend, somebody else who I subscribe to, and they had the subs for a long time, and they weren't able to use the mobile app until they just got monetized. When they got monetized, now the mobile app works for them to go live through. So I think that might have been what YouTube changed, So they didn't change. So instead, they didn't change how many hours you have to get monetized. They just are not allowing anybody to go live through the mobile app anymore until they are monetized, which makes sense. It makes sense, I guess, that way they know you're serious about it, whatever. Oh yeah. But you know what? Up at the unicorn, their channels that do use certain language that are fully monetized. I mean, it's not every other word or anything, but they're still monetized channels that use profanity. Plenty of them. So I don't even know what their criteria is for that. See, because I used to do radio where you're totally censored. I only say the words that I know, are FCC compliant, and I try not to say too many curse words, and hopefully no one will ever push my buttons on here and make me curse them out like a street seller. Because just because I don't doesn't mean I can't. Yeah, I think as long as you age restrict your videos to 18 and over, and the live streams are supposed to be 18 and over, is my understanding. But there's not any real way you can keep anybody from coming into the live streams that want to, So the only thing you can do is just say it's for 18 and over. That's what most people do. Yeah, but you have to get them to 4,000 hours. It's still 4,000 hours. They didn't change it. It's still 4,000. The watch hours, they have to be within 12 months. So I have somewhere between, I don't know, I'm getting closer to like 1,500 hours. So when I get to 2,000, I'll start jumping up and down and dancing because I'll be halfway there. I'm trying to get to 2,000, watch hours somewhere by the end of the month, then, because I'm trying to get, get those watch hours in. So I'm grinding. But I mean, Uppity Unicorn, you just have to be yourself on here. Be you. And, I mean, do what you have to do, to get monetized. Obviously we all try to curve how we talk on here and everything, but, be yourself, because that's what's going to, build your audience. You know what? Like I said, be yourself. You can do whatever you want to do. It's your channel. If they don't like what you call your channel and how you're taking ownership of everything, then that's fine. And you don't have to explain yourself. So, they need to be listening to the information that you're giving and not concentrating on your boobs. I'm just saying. So, if they're actually listening to what you're saying, they would see that you actually are giving them good information. I know, that's what I'm saying. Just do because I'm there to listen. So, you give your information. You've already explained everything. There's no more explanations. And anyone who needs an explanation, well, then they don't need to be there, or they need to go back and watch the previous videos, so that they actually get to know the content creator whose channel they're following. Yeah, but it's like you're giving out relevant information in all of your videos, so you're going to have people who are there for the show, and then you're going to have people who are there for the information, but the more good information that you give out, the more people who are going to be there for the information, and the less people who are going to be there for the show. That's what you do. You just keep building your channel, keep networking, keep bringing in new people, and you'll get more people in. The people who are coming in there for the information are going to keep coming. I mean, that's the way that I look at it. I mean, because like, you think about it. My last video for the year 2019 is pretty much me. It's me. And the whole year, just pictures of my beautiful brown skin. And you know why I did that? Because I love me. And I wanted people to see how I, progressed through the year. And like at the beginning of the year, I wasn't doing anything with my YouTube channel. But you see that by the end of the year, literally within a 3-month period, I blew this thing up. So if I did that in 3 months, just imagine what I can do in a 12-month period. That's what I'm thinking. But that's why I take pictures of myself every day. I'm not conceited or anything, but I went through plenty of years as a younger girl and a younger woman where the only thing I knew for sure about myself was that I was extremely smart. And guys liked me being smart. So, it took me a while to figure out that I was a pretty girl too. I love my inner beauty, and I believe that my inner beauty shines out through everything that I go through, you know? And I wanted people to see what the face of an autism mom looks like. We don't look pitiful, we're strong. And I wanted people to see what a caregiver looks like, to see what our face looks like. Hey, Sparky, how are you? Thank you for coming in. No, it's in a year's time, Sparky. The watch hours are in a year's time, within 12 months. Because every month you lose whatever watch hours were 12 months previous. But like for me, I didn't really have any activity on my channel until the last 6 months of the year, pretty much. So, and most of my watch hours were in September, October, November, and December. So my goal, obviously, is I have to get my hours up way before I get to that point, because I'll lose hours. Right now, I'm on the upslope because all of my hours were so far into the year that they're going to stick for a while. Sparky, who are you telling? The video that I put up today, guys, that was just pictures pretty much. You know, with the few words here and there. And I put in a couple of videos in there. So I did that video yesterday. I put the whole thing together. The only thing I did this morning was I did the word, the lettering, all of that part of it. And I added the music and everything. But in order to put it in HD, it took like an hour to save it after I had put everything. Then when it finally saved, because I do everything, all my stuff in Film Pro, then I drop everything into iMovie, because I do all my stuff on my phone, on my iPhone. And then that was another 30 minutes. That's why I didn't that's why the video didn't get out until 3 o'clock this afternoon, because it took me all day to get the editing and get it uploaded. Yeah. So, but my goal is, that's why my goal is that, besides my live streams, I try to do at least one other video a week. And so most of my videos that I do, I don't do a whole bunch of editing to them. But the one that I did, which was the year in review, that was a lot of editing, because I was pulling from 12 months. And if I'm putting pictures and stuff into my things, then yeah, that takes more time. But I've gotten pretty good at figuring out how to do the stuff. So I'm proud of myself on that part. I know. Yeah, I know that uppity unicorn. The thing is that people, like when we're doing live streams, and even when the people who do the silent live streams, it's like, if you can get people to stay for at least 15 minutes, that gives you, for whatever reason, if they're there for at least 15 minutes, it gives you and you're on for an hour, you'll get a full hour, if that makes any sense. And so Like when you do a live stream, your live streams need really, when you're trying to grind for these hours, just make it at least 1 hour. That's why most of the time when I come on here, I'm on for at least 1 hour. Yeah, but yeah, that's why people always, even when they're doing a silent stream, they ask people to stay for at least 15 minutes. And that's because if they're in their stream for at least 15 minutes and they have the live stream going for at least 1 hour, they'll get credit for 1 hour for that person being in there for 15 minutes. It's a weird way that YouTube does the watch time calculation. Yeah. So, I mean, that for me, that's the reason why that's the reason why I don't do the silent live streams, because I at least like to see the people when they're coming in. And to me, it makes it more intimate because you actually get to know who your subscribers are and you get to know who other content creators are. Because, for most of us, our subscribers are other content creators, which is great, because that's why most people will, if you've got something, that you're talking about or it's fun or whatever, most people are going to stay for at least 15 minutes. When I go into people's live streams, I try to stay for at least 15 minutes because I know if I'm there for at least 15 minutes, I'm contributing to their watch time. And it's okay for you to just ask people, that are coming in, please, as you're coming in, smash that like button. And, if you're not going to stay all the time, I really appreciate it. But if you could please stay for at least 15 minutes. Yeah, I'm going to be fasting next week. But I'm not going to be this month. I'm not going to be doing like I used to do, like these really stringent fasts. I'm not going to really do it like that this time, but I am going to be cutting out certain things because I fast all the time. Like every week I fast one day, so fasting is part of my lifestyle. But for this particular month, like certain things that I like I don't know if I can give up my coffee. I don't know if I can give up my coffee. So I'm not ready to give up the coffee yet. But I am going to give up ginger ale. I love Canada Dry ginger ales. So I'm not going to drink any for the month of January. And I haven't drank any yet, so I think I can stick with that. Yeah, so I'm gonna, but I don't know if I don't know if I can give up my coffee. Yeah, uppity. I don't know if I can give up my coffee. I need my caffeine. So, but I'm gonna give up some other things. I'm definitely not gonna have, the soda. The ginger ale is a soda. And see, I'm not a sweets person, so it's easy for me to give that up. But I do love potato chips. So I could give up like any junk food that I like. Like my M&Ms, guys. The candy that's really not, I shouldn't be eating anyway. So those little things, I'm gonna give them up. Yeah, I know. It does help to reset the body. But see, I don't eat really, really bad. I try to stay on a plant-based diet as a lifestyle. So, but you guys know that I'm getting ready to switch my son to a gluten-free. So if he's going gluten-free, that means I'm going to have to start eating gluten-free. So that's going to be really, really interesting. I'm going to see how that goes. Oh, you're getting ready to do a master cleanser. Yeah. See, I'm still trying to, you guys, I am still trying to figure out, because my son needs to do a metal detox, and I know celery juice is the natural way to do it. If anybody knows of any ways to make that celery juice taste better, please let me know, because he really needs to do this detox, because I want him to do that when we're changing his diet, you know? Yeah. Yeah, pretty Nikki. My son is an adult with autism, and he never did the gluten-free diet because he never had any issues with eating things. The only thing he couldn't eat is fish because he's allergic to it. But you know, everybody's telling me that including, healthcare workers are saying, that might be something that will help him, because there's a lot of things you can't see. And even though he's a verbal adult, if something's bothering him or his stomach is upset about something, he's not going to necessarily tell me that. And he may not even realize if something like that is happening, that it may be being caused by things that he's eating. So, that's my job as mama. Yeah. I mean, but y'all know I love healthy eating. So, because I have to live to be 100. Didn't y'all know that? That's part of my contract as being an autism mom. I have to live to be 100. But I have to be healthy too, So I just do what I need to do for my son, but I'm also going to be I think that I'm going to record one of my, yoga things and put it on the channel this month, because, fasting and, meditation and prayer and stuff, those are things that are part of a healthy lifestyle. So I am going to do a vlog on it, but I may do it this month. I think this month will be a good time to do it. Oh, no problem, Sparky. No problem. Yeah, my son drinks tons and tons of water. I think I'm gonna start getting that alkaline. Is it called alkaline water? People say that water is so much better. I wonder if that'll be better for him, because something about autism makes a lot of the people on the spectrum drink a lot of water. I mean, but I think it's because they just need the water. I think it's something about the water, about the swallowing. Somebody tried to explain it to me before, but maybe I'm wondering if I can get the alkaline water. Cucumber juice with ginger. Oh, really, pretty Nikki? Yeah, that's the reason why I like ginger ale. But I only like the Canada Dry kind. But yeah, I could just get some natural ginger. And then I could do that. That's a good idea. Thank you, pretty Nikki. I know, I know. One of my sorority sisters does the alkaline water, And I think she has like the machine to make it, you know, for the water and stuff. But she's also a cancer survivor. So, you know, for her, I'm sure it's critical. But yeah, I want to look more into the alkaline water to see what the real benefits, health benefits are supposed to be for it, because a lot of people swear by it, but I never really looked into it that seriously. But I think I do want to look into it, you know, just to see if it may have some benefits for my son who's on the spectrum. Are you, Sparky? That's wonderful. Yeah, my sorority sister is too. She's over 10 years. Yeah, she's over 10 years. And then one of my friends at church as well, and she does the alkaline water too. And she's like a over 10 years breast cancer survivor as well. Yeah, so that's what I'm gonna just do some research on it, because you know I'm more into the holistic stuff, and you know my son uses the melatonin, which you know kind of helps him to calm, you know, when he's for sleeping, you know, and then we're gonna probably be doing some CBD things with him as well, you know, with the CBD oils and stuff. But you know, I want to look into as many holistic, you know, things that I can that may be helpful for him, especially if we're looking at changing his diet, because in changing his diet, that means I have to make sure he's still getting all of the vitamins and things that he needs to be getting. Oh, are you? Oh, I love hibiscus. These are all of this stuff you're talking about is so good, Pretty Nikki. Thank you so much. All of the stuff you're talking about is really, really helpful. He is considered moderate autistic, but he's not considered high functioning. So he wouldn't be like the Asperger. But he's like a teenager in some things, and he's like a younger child on as far as certain emotions, but he's verbal. You know, so he doesn't operate like a 24-year-old, which is what he is. He operates like a teenager on a lot of things. You know, but he recognizes and he knows that he is a grown man. And, you know, in certain things, exerts and will tell you that he's grown, you know. Yeah, it is definitely a spectrum, you know. I mean, like he's at his age for certain things, you know, for certain things, but socially he's not. And he doesn't know how to handle certain emotions as an adult. So, which is the reason why he's going to be going into adaptive behavior therapy this year. And I'll probably be, you know, just chronicling, you know, how that goes for him, doing my vlogs. He's 24. Yep, he just made 24 in October. So he will be 25 this year. He will be 25 this year. Yep, he will be 25 this year. Oh, God. I didn't even think about that. He's going to be 25. Yep. Time flies, you know. And, you know, I like to talk about, you know, the reasons I talk about it are because, you know, people need to remember that autism does not end at age 18. It doesn't. It's there forever, you know, even with the individuals who, like Jenny McCarthy, who says her son has been cured. Her son hasn't been cured of autism. What he has gotten to is he is at the almost undetectable, which means that he is able to assimilate and not have meltdowns, and, you know, doesn't go through all of the different things because he had early intervention and behavior therapy and all of the things, and, you know, that they did. Same thing with Toni Braxton's son. Her son still has autism. He's high functioning autistic though. You know, he's a model, you know, doing, you know, breaking barriers as someone on the spectrum, you know. But oh, my son loved Legos when he was a kid. I think Legos they make kids on the spectrum like lose it. When my son was a child at the time that Legoland had just opened up, and when we went there were many other parents with kids on the autism spectrum that were up in that place. And I literally had to take my son, who was 4 at the time, and carry him up out of that place with him grabbing for Duplos. Yeah, I used to step on those things throughout my house, you know. But I think now that he's an adult and he still likes to build, that, you know, they have some more adult level sets that we may allow him to you know, get his hands on. Yeah, because you can do so much with those Legos. I mean, but yeah, people on the autism spectrum, they lose it with the Legos. Definitely. I mean, I'm just going to say, when my son got to a certain age, y'all, I just made them all go away. I made the Legos go away, y'all. I made the Legos go away. I made JJ the jet plane go away because my son had like the videotapes, and then he had the DVDs of that, and he would play them and play them and play them and play them. So they all went away. And then as a teenager, he discovered YouTube. And guess what he figured out? That he could find JJ the jet plane on YouTube. So he knew how to spell, and he wrote it out on his iPad and started watching it. So, yeah. It was only now he watches it every once in a while, but it's still like in his favorites on YouTube. Oh, my son he's into the airplanes. He goes to air shows. He's got several model airplanes already. And that's what I was saying. I think they have like some ones where you can build planes with the Lego sets. So that's, you know, that's one of the things that I think we'll probably get for him. You know, because he likes to build stuff. Yeah, but they knew what they were doing, and I think, when they made the Duplos and all of the different things. I mean, they knew that it was going to attract these kids. So, but it helps them with their fine motor skills. It also helps them learn how to be social. Because you put them all in those groups, and you see all the kids, and they're all just sitting there. Each one is building their own little thing. They're not even paying attention to the other kids, except for when they want to go for a piece. Then they pay attention to what the other kids have. So it's a good thing to help them, especially on the spectrum. Yeah. I know. But I'm going to be looking at stuff, now that's after the holiday. Because we only got important stuff during the holiday. But we'll get a couple of things now after the holiday. I'm glad all of you guys came through tonight. Yeah, like I said, I just wanted to get on here for a little while tonight just to deal with, because it's 2020, y'all. We should be excited about that. We are literally in a new decade. And many of us made it into this new decade. Yeah, I don't shop before the first, y'all. I mean, I wasn't buying anything. I didn't buy anything for me. I bought stuff for other people. Now I'll go shopping for me. No. After we pay the house bills, then we'll see what we have left to go buy stuff for me. Because now January's a good time to buy certain things, y'all. Certain things are very good priced in January. Yeah, no, I'm getting ready to end it right now, Miss Sparky Lady. Yeah, I know that I normally I don't know. I'm gonna decide. I'm gonna be definitely for the not so random chat. It's definitely gonna be at least an hour. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do the 2-hour ones. Some nights it'll go longer, but we're gonna always be on for at least an hour when I come on at night. But I am getting ready to get off here because some of y'all may not have to work tomorrow, but I definitely do. I will be looking for Uppity Unicorn tomorrow. I'm going to try to catch you on your early one, girl. And I will be looking at all of you guys' channels as you pop up in your lives, because I do go around looking to see who's live, who I've subscribed. So I don't just want to see your videos. I want to see you guys live when you come on live. I do try to stop through everybody's lives when they come on. So I will see you guys in these YouTube streets though tomorrow. And I will be back on tomorrow night for January the 2nd, the second day of this new decade. And y'all know I didn't have no coffee today. I don't even know how I'm functioning still. But tomorrow I will have had my coffee. But until then, starting this new year with this 2020 perspective, that means we will be looking at things clearer going forward, not with that 2020 hindsight, y'all. Until tomorrow, you guys, thank you for coming. And as always, I'm going to offer you peace and blessings from the West Side, y'all. Thank you guys for coming. Everyone, have a wonderful rest of your night. And again, Happy New Year. See you guys tomorrow.